lately I've been pondering what life is truly about. I think that so many people are lost in their 20s, right? Personally, I've been experiencing uncertainty. I think that I could either go through the 9 to 5 pathway, which I'm going to go through just for a bit, but as well as I want to build my personal brand. I want to build something more meaningful because at the end of the day, in my opinion, I want to have kids. I want to be a father. I want to be able to impact the world. But if I go through that 9 to 5 route, I don't believe I could achieve all of those at a certain age, especially when having kids, right? I want to at least have kids by 29 or 30 years old. It's because at the end of the day, the 9 to 5 is bound to make you feel like you're never making enough, especially in today's economy. And I think so many people are stressed out that they have to make ends meet, that this whole economy, there's inflation and we don't know when everything's gonna go back to normal. But in reality, we're entering into a new age where I believe so many jobs are just gonna get wiped out and get replaced by AI. Gonna be completely honest here. And the only things I could really see that people are going to be able to do are be in the medical field or in sales or have a business, potentially be in tech, but for how long? I don't know. I'm personally in tech, but I don't even feel the urge to continue into that pathway for so long. I'm gonna be completely honest. I would probably be there for a good couple of years, 5 to 7 years, but I'm out. I'm not gonna settle in that career at all. It's because I know for a fact that tech is not gonna really get me that lifestyle I want. I'm probably gonna be working so many hours. I'm gonna be stressed for no goddamn reason for something that I'm not sure if I'm truly passionate about. Right? I think so many people just get into tech because it makes so much money. I get it. Money is great and all. I'm gonna be completely honest here. When I made money, I felt great. But at the same time, I was also focusing on other things. I'm still focusing on other things. But I don't want to be in a 9 to 5 space because it restricts my level of creativity. It restricts me to thinking in a box. I can't think outside of the box. I can't really do that much. And that's what a lot of companies are doing these days. They're only taking experienced people, which is quite sad because so many people are talented, but they don't have job experience. But if you just bet on them, you'll see that a lot of people are very talented and they could actually drive so much revenue to their businesses. It's all about what you truly want to do. And I believe that a lot of people, a lot of CEOs, a lot of people who are hiring other people, they need to understand that they just gotta take a bet on so many people. We have these interview processes, which is pretty stupid in my opinion, because like you have like 3 to 4 different interview processes, but at the end of the day, they only choose like 1 to 2 candidates. But at the same time, it's like people could prepare for these stupid interviews that they could ace, but in reality, they can't perform for jack shit, and that's quite sad because I truly believe like if I'm gonna ever hire people, I want to hire people who are authentic as fuck, who could actually think on the spot instead of just preparing their answers and looking like a goofy boy, a goofy head ass. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like no one wants someone who talks like a robot. All right, like it's stupid. Just we could all agree with that, right? Like people who prepare answers, yeah, it's cool you're prepared, but you're a freaking robot. You sound like a robot. There's no enthusiasm behind it. A lot of people just act. That's a small rant. I'm just gonna be completely honest. Like life is crazy. I know there's so many opportunities, but at the same time, I need to get out of here. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think that I'm definitely gonna travel this year, just even once, because I need to get out of my hometown. I definitely need to experience something new. I definitely need to experience more opportunities. I definitely need to meet new people. I want to position myself where I can get into different opportunities, where I could actually see new things, experience new things, gain more experience, and be able to understand that I don't want any limiting beliefs at all. Because right now I have a lot of limiting beliefs I'm still working on. I tell myself I don't, but in reality I do. I know a lot of you guys are probably resonating with this content because I know so many people want to get out of the 9 to 5 space. Like they know they're gonna enter into it, but at the end of the day, they don't really feel like they're passionate. They don't know what they truly want. But hey, if you could grind out like a couple years in the 9 to 5 space while grinding out a side business or a side hustle, just know that once your side hustle takes over and it actually like generates times two of your salary, leave your job. There's no point. Like I'm generally thinking about, hey, when I get into a 9 to 5 space, I want to at least make a good 50 to 75K within my 2 to 3 years of that career. And then I'm gonna want to make at least 100K each year, right after, within like the next 4 years after that, right? And I believe that's a very, very realistic goal, especially now. Like if you're able to perform, if you have multiple skills, your skill acquisition is very good. Of course, the company owners are going to be like, dang, might as well promote this dude. But I might be talking out of my ass, gonna be completely honest, because I never really experienced the whole 9 to 5 space 100%. Right? Like I never stuck to a 9 to 5. Gonna be completely honest here. I hated it. I still will. I'll never change my mind about that unless the company is really, really good, has a great leader behind it. But I believe like a lot of you guys are probably feeling what I'm feeling right now. And it's okay. It's perfectly okay to feel kind of lost. But at the same time, it's not okay to just chill. Even if you could put in 4 hours of each work every single day to a certain craft, just know that eventually it's going to snowball. It's going to have that snowball effect where you actually gain a lot of results. But you also have to iterate over time. You have to make changes along the way. YouTube isn't easy. You actually have to improve your storytelling skills. You have to improve your communication skills. You have to improve your thumbnail game, your editing game. It really depends on where you want to take your whole YouTube channel, right? And that goes along with your whole craft. Like, where do you want to take it? Some people want to be artists. Some people want to own businesses. Some people want to be angel investors. Whatever the case is, there's so many ways to make money. It just really depends on how you're going to position yourself, how confident you are, how much progress you're going to make every single day, and how much time you're going to dedicate to your craft. Because in reality, like in 10 years, if you're looking from 10 years from now on, you're probably going to achieve your goal. Going to be completely honest. And I'll be one of the first people to say this. Like, I'd rather make like 40K a year doing a business, working like 60 hours, doing something I enjoy than making like 75K or 60K working like 50 hours or 40 hours of a 9 to 5. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I get more money, but at the same time, it's like, it's not really impacting me. It's not really fulfilling me. And as a man, I get it. You have to make so much money to provide. But at the same time, if you generally have terrible mental health because of your whole 9 to 5, then it's not even worth it. That's just my whole perspective on it. So I really believe that you need to focus on your health first, and then your relationships, and then it comes to your finances, right? I think so many people rely on the fact that, hey, I think in today's society, I think a lot of people really think that in order to have a successful relationship or a successful marriage, you need to have loads of money, like 100K plus, 300K, 400K, 500K, whatever the case is. It's pretty stupid because majority of the time, like, I'm gonna be completely honest, like when you experience like having the finer things in life, yeah, it's cool and all, but it doesn't even fulfill you at all. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm always going to be that person who freaking wears non-branded clothing because that's something that I personally enjoy. I don't think it looks cool. Like, I don't think branded clothing looks cool at all. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's like a lot of people want to have that external validation. That's another thing. I don't care what people say, where they're like, oh no, I wear it for myself. Shut up. I'm gonna be completely honest. No, you don't. First of all, you love getting those looks. Second of all, everyone loves this external validation. I'll be completely honest. I love fucking getting compliments. Right? But at the same time, I don't care. Because I generally don't really care about associating myself with too many people. I'd rather have like 3 to 5 friends, and that's all. Don't want random people in my life. So life is all about, I guess, experiencing everything, right? You're not gonna know exactly what you want to do in your 20s, especially in your 30s. I don't think anyone knows exactly what they're trying to do. And personally, I've went through I went through so many phases, to be completely honest. Like, I started my self-improvement journey technically in 2021, but before then I actually started back in, I'll say 2019, right? I started meditating, I started journaling, I started reading back in 2019. I did a bit of exercising, but not really, not as much as now. But like I said, like, it's all about experiences. It's all about going through different phases, having different chapters in your life. Like, you're gonna probably experience something in one chapter, and then you experience another thing in a different chapter. Like, you're not gonna be stuck forever. As long as you really put in the work, as long as you really just like try for a good 2 to 3 hours each day, you're gonna get somewhere in life. I'm gonna be completely honest. Yeah, it looks pretty bad in today's economy, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna be left. It doesn't mean you're gonna be like homeless unless if you don't do anything, right? I think a lot of people are like putting their time into gaming, watching freaking Instagram reels, social media content, right? I think a lot of people just focus on that too much, and of course you're not going to get anywhere in life if you keep doing that. So in reality, you definitely want to put in time into building something. You definitely want to put in time into building up your soft skills, your hard skills, improving your personality, your communication skills, right? All of that. It's all about creating the best version of yourself. And then over time, you're going to see new opportunities. Like, that's what life is about. Like, right now, I'm clearly just trying to push more content because I generally love creating content. At the same time, I definitely want to network with a lot of upcoming creators. Definitely want to get into a position of creating a community. Definitely want to be in a position to hold events in the future, like mastermind events, have my own paid community, have multiple things I could sell in the future. For example, like, I want to get into ceramics in the future. I want to have a small business like that. There's so many ideas, but of course it's going to take time. So it's all about just experiencing life each and every single day in the present moment. Just remember to take it easy and everything will be fine.